What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a fresh episode of 100% Real Talk.
Fresh like the coals out the dryer. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be studious.
But no,
reserved. I'm sorry.
But
well, hello there, good people.
Welcome to a fresh episode. Listen, guys, it's been a minute. It's been a while. We've been out for a long time. I just want to say thank you, fans.
We're back. We're back together again.
Welcome back.
I love you. Whenever
to another
I'm back with my baby.
Y'all, I can't even.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Y'all see this? I can't even get past the first segment. Listen, so
we can't even get past the introduction. I got a tongue tied.
So welcome to
a
fresh episode. I want to thank you guys for hanging in with us. A lot has changed since the last time we've been on air. I just want to say personally that I did lose my father a month ago, and that did take a toll on me. I know I was staying strong and everything, but that did take a toll, and I took a break. I had to take a break, and plus you already know what I'm dealing with the chronic kidney disease. It's a good thing on that, though, that I actually hit my weight goal. So that's a blessing, and I'm able to have a kidney transplant. So that is a blessing. But I just want to let you know that we're back, and we're back strong. So we're not going to give up. We're not going to stop. And I thank God for giving us this opportunity to do this, you know. So this is 100% Real Talk, and I thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for clicking like and subscribe.
And
subscribe to that channel. Subscribe, you know what I'm saying?
And share that channel.
And share, so that way you guys can get the new updates and everything that we do on this channel. There's going to be some new things coming up. There's going to be some new things coming up and everything. There's going to be, I'm going to try to do some different things or whatnot. But we're going to take it day by day. We're going to take our time. But today we come to you with a fresh episode. And, oh, wait a minute. I'm being rude. Dear, don't you want to tell them about your final touch jewels?
Oh, well, sure.
Oh, yeah. Come on, baby. Let them know. Let them know.
Yes, you are looking at the CEO of the Final Touch Jewels, where everything that we sell is either $5, $1, or $25. You may shop at www.paparazziaccessories.com/474501. It'll take you directly to my website. Or you may go to Facebook or Instagram and comment underneath the picture that you see on that feed. But first, can you do me a favor? Go ahead and follow and like those pages. That way you can see them on your news feed. And all you have to do is just put your claim on it. Just say, comment sold. Or you can catch me on my live. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, it was kind of...
Okay. Yeah. See how it was hating on my free ad. That's what it was. It ain't like my commercial and my ad, but that's okay, though. It's okay. But no, seriously. Go ahead. Just like you like and follow, subscribe to the 100% Real Talk YouTube page. I need you to go ahead and follow and like the Facebooks and IG of the Final Touch Jewels. Thank you very much.
Already. See. So, and scene. Just and scene. But,
yes.
So... Now to the show. So y'all know it's holiday season, and we love to get gifts for everybody, and we love to make sure our children is taken care of, and we love to make sure that we spend money, on things that we want to make sure that people want or they just need. And, when it comes to the holiday season, we somehow spend more than what's needed to be spent throughout the whole year. Sometimes we take that little ease back and we like, wait a minute, I don't need to buy this right now. But in the holiday season, it's so easy to buy something and say, oh, I'm going to worry about everything else later. So with this episode, we made it a special one. And I know we were in relationships and everything, and this is kind of like two relationships too in a way. But this one I would say is for the season, and I end up naming it. We end up deciding to name it "Overspending for Christmas," and that's why I'm name it that. We can come up with another, but I think I'm just overspending for Christmas. That's what.
Just call it what it is.
Overspending.
Nah, I mean.
We're not here to judge anybody. We're not here to say, overspending is evil. But at the same time, overspending is not wise. There were years where we overspent and we caught ourselves in a dilemma, especially when January hit. That's when the dilemma hit. It's like, oh, we're happy. We're opening the gifts. And then we're like, oh, Lord, charge this and charge that. And then you got to pay this. You got to pay that and pay this.
It's so easy.
It's so easy.
Because it's the holiday, like you said in the beginning, that you want to get this and you want to get that for your family, for your friends, for your loved ones, for your children, for your spouses, your significant other, whoever it may be. It's almost like it's expected. Mm-hmm. And then the other way that they get you, because now more than ever during this season, you start hearing ads, more and more ads about loans and emergency cash and holiday spending cash. It's just another way to get you. It's another way to get you. Because regardless, you got to pay it back, and you're going to end up paying more back than what you borrowed. Mm-hmm. And it's going to put you further in a bind.
Yep.
They try to make it sound good, but it's like, oh, yeah, because they know to get you at the right time when you're more vulnerable and that you're going to say yes, because they know people are going to be wanting this, they're going to be wanting that. The check might, paycheck might be a little bit short, or you didn't work as many hours as you wanted to. You couldn't get that OT like you wanted to, or you might not be working right now. Mm-hmm. But, so they try to hit you. So, yeah, it's so easy to overspend during this time. And sometimes it could even hurt when you can't buy the things that you want to buy. Mm-hmm. So it's a multi-fold, thing that comes with it when it comes to the holidays. Mm-hmm. I might be taking a little bit too far. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. Because that's the issue. The issue is that we want to get things or get gifts for people, and we want to get gifts for those who we love, especially when we have kids. Yes. We want to get them, they're making good grades, they're doing what they're supposed to do in school, they're not being bad, and you want to get them these gifts, but then you didn't save up for Black Friday, you didn't save up for these things, so then you're going out there, you're going out there, with just what you made on your paycheck. That's what you're going out there on. And when you do go out there on just that paycheck, then what happens is it's like, okay, what you would normally spend that paycheck on, mm-hmm. it's not gonna add up, but you spend it on this, so now what you normally spend it on, you don't have the money for that. So it's kind of a it's sad in a way, but in a way, I know it's a joyous season, and it is a way that you can get gifts, and it's a way that you can get gifts. And I know one year we did, we got a Nintendo Switch, but you have to start early. And I think that goes into what we was going to go into the first one. What are ways that we can save money during Christmas? And I know one we did it multiple years. I know Walmart have their layaway, their Christmas layaway, and I put the Nintendo Switch in there. I think it was like in October, and I ended up paying it off. And that's one way that you can save money, just by doing it in the layaway. But even I know a lot of places don't have layaway no more.
You know what? As you say, I don't even think Walmart did they layaway this year.
They didn't advertise it.
Okay,
they didn't advertise it.
They did. I didn't. Yeah, I don't remember seeing it. But I don't watch TV like that anyway. But I don't. I don't even think I remember seeing it in the store. The signs in the store.
Mm-mm.
But like you said, yeah, that is a way. And then also when it gets to, like a certain point in the year, like maybe in June, if you're not one that can think that you can do it throughout the whole year, is start putting aside,
yep,
some here and there every check if possible. Every month if possible, set something aside, or make it a goal and say I'm gonna work OT, at least once every 2 weeks, and then that OT money I'm gonna put to the side.
Yeah.
If you can do stuff like that to help, if possible. I know sometimes it's not always, feasible or able to do that. And then sometimes we forget when we put that extra cash to the side, we want to be touching it, dipping it.
Yeah, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
And it could be hard, but don't touch it. And there are other ways that you can get, like, you want to get somebody a gift for like an Xbox or a PlayStation 5 and stuff. And I know that that there's a company that I use. Now, I don't know, because pre-COVID, things were different. And we there were many ways to get things. And I know one of them was Affirm. We did Affirm. And Affirm was really good. It's an app, and what you do is you go. Let's say like you go into Walmart, and let's say you want this system, and you want the Switch, or you want something. Well, what you'll do is, let's just say you don't have the money, but you go in there, and you would, I believe you would go in, and then they would make sure you have to have a job. Okay, you have to have a full-time job. And then you have to make over a certain amount. And then
getting credit without running your credit.
Yeah.
Or supposedly, the 90 days, same as cash.
Yeah.
Type thing. Because, once you don't pay it within a certain amount of time, then they're going to still start adding the fees and the interest.
Yeah.
The longer it takes for you to pay it off. But they give you a year. But it's always best to try to pay it off within the 90 days, with the 3 months. Excuse me, if you use Affirm. And then you have Progressive, which is the same thing as Affirm, that they're set up the same way. Pay it off within 90 days. Then you just pay what you pay. You might have to pay a couple of extra a couple of dollars, but it ain't a couple of $100 or a couple of $1,000 if you do it within the 90 days. And then even with certain shopping places like Moose Holden Boutique, my sister-in-law's boutique, like they use Sizzle. So you have all these different little places that every 2 weeks it takes something out. Yeah. So every time you get paid or the day that you sign up, so you got to watch that too. If you use that Affirm or Progressive, they take that out on the days that you get paid.
Yeah.
If you use like places like Sizzle or Afterpay, those every 2 weeks thing, they're gonna do it every 2 weeks based on the day that you made your purchase.
Now the difference with Affirm is that you can select how much you want as far as to get paid. So like if I want to pay 25, or they give you another amount, like you want to pay 50. Or you give another amount if you want to pay 100. It depends on whatever you select. That's how much will come out. That's the good thing about Affirm. So it's to your budget. That's the thing. That's the difference between Affirm and and Progressive. And I tell people to use a perm, or I would tell them to use that for the holiday season, because you don't want to go over your budget. And you got to remember, you still have bills to pay. Credit cards don't care. Credit cards, you gonna get charged that percentage. But a firm, you at least have 90 days to pay that extra if you want to pay it off. So you can pay it off in February or pay it in, January, and that income tax coming around the corner, so you knock it out.
That if you time it right.
If you time it right, knock it out.
And do it, you can knock it out within the 90 dathat you're not getting all that interest added. Because it's a couple of times that we've gotten, furniture or something that we needed, using Progressive, that we timed it to make sure, okay, if we did it in December, then by the time February roll around, we know, of course, income taxes, we always file ours early or whatever. That come income tax time, that it falls within that 90 days. So we could go ahead and pay it off. So we not messing with our normal paycheck longer than what we need to.
Right.
So one thing with that Progressive though, I think Progressive, I've more so seen it in more of your places like your furniture stores, your mattress stores.
Yes.
Your big places.
The bigger furniture.
A firm is more in your
your
variety of retail. Has a bigger, widening variety of retail.
And travel. A
firm uses travel too.
You travel. So, I mean,
speaking of travel, just a side note, Costco. For those of you who might have a Costco membership, Costco also has a travel section, so you can do travel off of there, that you can get certain membership discounts or perks if you use the Costco. You know what? I'm gonna get all these companies that we naming. We gonna need some endorsements for this free advertisement. I'm just saying. You gotta have multiple streams of income, y'all. See, that's what we don't talk about, and that's what we don't get taught a lot, is to have multiple streams of income. Because when you have multiple streams of income, you wouldn't even have to use all these places.
Yeah. Yep.
If you're working right.
If you're doing it right.
If you're doing it right.
If you're doing it right. And that's because the thing is, man, we already know that the holiday season is all about family. But, like I said, sometimes you want things. And watch this. It's not a sin. It's not wrong to want. But at the same time, we know that there are needs. And we don't want to go against God with tithe and offering.
Yes.
You don't want to spend what you're supposed to give to God.
Right.
And I know a lot of people talk about the scripture about how the way God said you rob him. It's not the fact that you're robbing his money. It's the fact that you're robbing him from being able to bless you. That's what that scripture is saying. That's in Malachi.
Right.
So you have to understand that.
See, people don't look at them. They don't look at that scripture like that. That's why a lot of people have problems with tithing and don't understand it completely. Right. It's because a lot of the services, and I know I've said it before, you've said it before on one of the other podcasts, that sometimes people take the word of God literally at face value. No, this is what it means, and that's it. Not, no.
It's not what they mean.
No.
We that's why you have to have an understanding. Be slow to speak.
And quick
to listen. And that's the same thing. And I mean, I'm not saying we haven't had perfect Christmases either. No. We haven't had perfect seasons either. We made some mistakes. We overbought. We overpaid.
Yes.
Sometimes, we was like, oh Lord, why did we do that? Why did we put this much out on the credit card? Or why did we, and one year, which going to the next segment about this is the question. Matter of fact, before I go into that, I put out the question out there, and I want y'all to respond too. I want you to respond and comment and everything. But then it says, is it a good idea to max out your credit cards for Christmas?
No.
Is it a good idea?
N-O.
No.
Nada.
Listen.
Zilch.
I know
Don't you do it.
that you just got approved for that
Take your
Capital
hand
One.
off of it.
Look, you just got approved that Capital One credit card, and it's $1,300 on there.
Because y'all know Discover ain't got no annual fee.
Man, look. But what you need to do, if you did just get approved for it, fine.
Pace yourself.
Spend about $200 and then pay that back. Don't max it out for the holidays. The interest is gonna kick your butt. You gonna feel it. Watch this. Not for January, not for February, not for March, but for the whole year coming up. You're gonna feel those payments. And that's why it's good when you get a credit card, when you get approved, like you go to like stores, like the worst ones is when you get approved for like for the Best Buy cards or cause you go in there, you see that Best Buy, you see that TV, and it's like $5,000. You got approved for $8,000.
Your sound, then you see your theater surround sound system and things.
Look, you see a very rare PS5.
That computer you wanted.
Oh God. You know, you want it.
They get you.
Don't do it, man. Do not.
Money is evil, doctor. Access to money is evil. Man, I'm just playing.
It brings forth temptation. I'll put it like that.
Yes.
It brings forth temptation.
You just gotta have discipline, though.
You gotta have discipline with those credit cards, y'all. And sometimes you want to push to use the credit cards, but if you do, get a limit to what you want to spend. So if you got approved for $1,300, say I'm only gonna spend a limit of $300.
Yeah, you limit yourself.
Yeah.
Because I know I tried this. I got approved for a credit card, and I put a certain amount. I put a low ball amount, and they doubled it. Oh. I said, ain't nobody asked you to do that. And just because they doubled it, actually they tripled it. I was like, dude, come on, man.
Man, dude.
Why?
I'm telling you, man.
I know it's there. And it's a Jedi mind trick. Because you be like, ooh, I got all this money. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
That's theirs. That's just numbers just so you can see to say that this is what they give. It ain't yours.
I'm telling you. Back. And we understand that you have to use your credit cards to gain credit.
Yeah.
But if you go mayhem, we talking about for a season. We're not talking about for a year. For Christmas. If you spend all that for one season, it's going to hurt you. It'll hurt your credit score. So what you have to do is for that one season, just set a goal. Say, I'm only spend 2 and about 3. And then pay that back, and it'll let your credit score be high, stay about the 700s, 600s. You don't want to be, man, look, I'm a living witness. You do not want to be in the 5s.
Okay.
It's hard to get out because when you do all that money and you do it for the Christmas season, you have to understand and watch this. You won't feel it. It'll feel good because you got all the gifts, but you won't feel it until those payments start hitting you. And when the payments start hitting you, and then you see you get on what is that, Equifax and all that stuff, and you look at you're like, what?
An Experian.
I mean, why my credit score? Oh, because sir, we added this because you didn't pay this off in time. And some credit cards do that too. If you don't pay off what you spent in a certain amount of time, they're going to add interest.
Mm-hmm. So don't get caught up in them zero interest until, June 2022. You got to watch that because if you're not going to be disciplined to pay it off, it's going to get you. And as he was talking and he kept talking about what you do in this season, it's going to have a lasting effect. That's the whole word right there.
Man, that's the whole word.
Besides just your finances, what you do in this season, in this life, this point of life that you are in, what you do in this season is going to have an effect on the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Your mindset, the things you do, the things you speak, whatever you do in this season is pivotal because it's going to have an effect on the next.
Mm-hmm.
And how long of an effect, whether it's good or bad, or if it's a lasting one or if it's a short one, it doesn't matter. Regardless what you do in this season, it's going to affect the next. So you got to be wise. You got to use wisdom. So that's just a nugget right there that just dropped in my spirit when he was telling me what you do, in this season. You're gonna feel it next time.
You're gonna feel it.
So
you're gonna feel it. You reap what you sow. And if you sow in Christmas time, if you sow in spending, then you're gonna reap
interest.
Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So but we're not saying, and I want y'all to understand, man, we're not saying that spending is a sin.
No.
But when you that's why we named this overspending for Christmas. When you overspend, spending is not bad, but when you overdo it, that affects you. It affects your kids, it affects your family. It's nothing wrong with getting the Xbox, but just get the Xbox. Now if you have enough money to get an Xbox and a TV, fine. But if it's not gonna cost you from paying tithes and offerings, if it's not gonna cost you from giving or doing what you're supposed to do, hey man, you straight.
Paying your bills, period.
Yeah, paying your bills. You gotta have lights.
Right. How you gonna watch that TV you just bought?
And them boys that went up for the winter time since they didn't have that winter storm. Don't get me started this week. That's gonna be another podcast right there.
Oh, but look, Jesus.
I'm telling you, it's like I said, it's great. And then too, like I said, for Christmas, instead of us being negative, we'll get you some positive. We'll give you some positive. Like I said, buy your gifts early. You get maybe 2 to 3 paychecks every month. So during that time, little by little, either save up or either put it in a layaway. Find which store has a layaway, or like I said, you can do the Affirm, or you can just do your own Affirm.
Okay.
Have your own money, save it up, paste it up, and then once you're done, boom. Now I know some people kill on overtime. I'm not an overtime fan because, and I'm gonna be real, the only reason why I'm not an overtime fan is because I have learned that giving my time to somebody else, I can't never get that back. Even though I'm getting paid for it, but that money is going to go to somewhere else. Now, this podcast, what I'm doing, this time is valuable because I'm sowing seed in my crops. But if I'm going to my job and I'm going to work that overtime, I'm working it. Well, the money that I get from that, I sold my time to them. They're paying me for it. But watch this. Uncle Sam going to take some of that too. Not only that, but at the same time, that overtime money that I got, that's going towards the Christmas gifts or whatever I'm going to do for that time. And I'm not sowing that into my own crops to grow my own business. So it's like overtime is great. It's fun when you see the check. But for the long haul, it's like time is very valuable. And I believe that, like my wife here, I really admire her as far how she started her own business. Even though she worked 12 hours, but that's for Humble, not for Carla. You see what I'm saying? Even though they're paying her because they have to by law, but still, her creating her own business, that's her in her own crops. If y'all understand what I'm saying, you have to grow. It's like a farmer. A farmer makes money by growing his own food. He's not gonna make money by going to other farmer and be like, "Hey, let me borrow some of your food." I'm like, "What, man? What you?" No, bro, you ain't, you know. Now, he might be able to work for that other farmer, but he's not going to make as much money as the owner who owns the farm. Y'all feel me? So what I'm saying is, overtime, and then too, overtime, you don't get to see your kids. You at work all the time. You don't get to do much. And I know some people love their jobs, but for people that don't love their jobs, they just doing it for the money so they can make that extra money so they won't overspend for Christmas.
So basically, what you're saying is, don't waste valuable time.
Yeah.
And the time that you are using, make sure that it's something that will have a lasting effect.
Yeah,
or something that will be time that's sown into something that's positive. Something that can...
that's going to feed back into you.
Thank you.
And be a blessing. That you can get a
return back. That's what I was trying to get to.
Yes.
And I lost my words.
Be a blessing.
But yes.
Because there are some jobs out there that they don't care. All you are a number to them. If you don't show up for work, they replace you.
And y'all, because I know we've done this before too. We did this one year. We were pacing ourselves and we said, okay, we're going to get this amount of gifts for each child. I think it was like 2 or 3. Then depending on what it was an amount. So that was kind of set. And then depending on if that child got one or two, however we spent it on that child, that's that amount that they got. And we told them, this is what you're getting. You're getting this amount. It's okay to wait till after Christmas to get something else.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
It's okay to wait after Christmas to get something else. Because y'all know all them extra holiday sales are going to come and they're going to be lower than what you paid for at Christmas time because they trying to get rid of it. They trying to get all the this year merchandise so they can make room for the new merchandise. And it was like, even with the TVs, with the electronic stuff, for some people who don't realize it, they dropped the prices of the electronic stuff, especially the TVs.
Yep.
After they have that yearly big electronic show where they debut all the upcoming new TV models and all of that stuff and electronics that's coming out, they dropped the prices on the stuff that just came out last year or earlier this year. Mm-hmm. So if you catch it, you can get some better deals after Christmas than what you're getting before or the day after, not the day after, but right before when they try to have them Christmas sales. Yeah. So it's okay. And we have to remember that, and we have to let our kids know that too, that it's okay that you don't get everything you want right then and there. Mm-hmm. You don't get everything you want at that time, that it's okay, because you just never know, you might get something better.
Right.
You just got to wait. And in one year, we were so concerned because they had this long list of what they wanted. We wasn't so concerned. But we picked and said, okay, this is what we're going to do with. This is what we're going to get for this one. This one is blah, 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 blah. Tell me why everything they wrote down, some kind of way they got it.
Yeah.
Whether it was by us or by their grandparents or their aunties or whoever, or godparents, somehow they end up still getting everything that they asked for.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay. And it's not that we went and asked them to go get it or nothing like that. No, they just talked about it so much. They wrote it down that they heard it and they got it.
Yep.
And it was like, okay. One year they got like 3 Hot Wheel tracks. Now y'all both are destroyed now. But I'm just saying, they still got everything that they wanted, whether it came from us or it came from somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, they were still happy and we was happy. Our bank account was happy.
So was.
It's like, oh, okay, so y'all learning. Y'all learning a little bit. I see.
I'm telling you. That's what I mean. And I like that she said that, because like me personally, I usually, we didn't do Black Friday as much, but I know this is not about Black Friday, but we didn't do it much. But I noticed that they do kind of drop the prices for Black Friday, but even after Christmas, they're still lower.
So y'all remember,
they're still lower.
They make you forget sometimes. I try to get you to forget. that just how they extend Black Friday, they extend Cyber Monday.
They extended.
They're gonna extend them after Christmas.
They want to
sales.
make their money. They want to make their money.
They want to make their yearly goal. I know they were saying on the radio yesterday that the Black Friday online sales, I think it was the online sales, was down 1 million from last year. It was like 8.9. No, it was 9.9 last year or something, and this year it was like 8.9 million.
Well, that's due to a lot of people that ain't working. So
that too. But they make the point was that people are learning different ways.
Right.
People are learning to wait. People are learning to. I don't have to buy online. I could just go to the store and get it.
I don't have to stand outside.
Yeah, I ain't got to stand
outside. Punch somebody
outside
in the face or run somebody over and get a TV.
Yeah.
That's sad. If every one of y'all did that, y'all need to go ask God for forgiveness. Don't be stepping on nobody and kicking people. But I mean, after Christmas, like I got on here. The struggle is real after Christmas, and it is, because sometimes when you overspend, the struggle becomes real, and it's like, dang man, you don't realize how much money you spent until after the fact.
Because the same monthly bills are there.
They there. And this is why we say keep a budget. We got to keep a budget because, especially for like a family like for us, we're a family of 6. So we got to have a budget.
6.
You know, and matter of fact, it was just a family of 4 for the times we talking about before Ezekiel and Samuel. You know, we have some. Man, I remember it was one year we didn't have gifts under the tree until I think Christmas Eve. I forgot that was that one year. We didn't. I forgot what year that was. Matter of fact, no. It was in one of the years. That was when we got the Wii U. We didn't get a Christmas tree that year. We couldn't even afford one, and we had a small, tiny Christmas tree. That was when Jeremiah and Josh was there. And man, but somehow my wife ended up getting the Wii U.
But had they
with Super Smash Brothers. I was like,
okay, see now that's an example. That's an example.
Man, how she did it? Wait a minute.
Okay, I got a habit of just surprising him with stuff and just getting stuff. So what had happened was, but this goes to that example though. What you were saying is that, with the credit cards, to not max them out just because you have that limit. And I was close. I was real close, almost.
She was close, y'all.
I got it down though, because that was one of those like, ouch, why I do that? But they was happy, and that was all I was worried about. But it wasn't a ridiculous amount to have to just pay back.
Right.
And that's the only thing that I did get with that credit card was the Wii U and the game, and I think an extra controller or something like that. But that's the example of, okay, this is it. Let this be the one big item that you get. As far as dollar amount wise, when I say big item, this was the one big item that was however much that game system was when it came out. That was like,
it was $2.99.
Yeah, so okay, I thought I spent like $300 something, so $300 something. So that was like, okay, that's the big item for the family. That was the family gift. Everything else got to be lower than that, and it'll still pace yourself. So even though we still then couldn't get everything that we wanted, we at least got something that all of us could enjoy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and as he was saying, like even with the pacing yourself. So what had happened was, last week, I went to the store, right, with his mom, with my mother-in-law. She asked me to take her to the store. So I said, okay, we went to the store. So, the sound bar that I saw Black Friday, I was like, man, I want to get it, couldn't get it, right? Because I was at work. And then he was talking, and he was talking about that he wanted one. So I was like, mental note taking. So we went to the store, right? I'm going to hurry up because we almost on the time limit. So I went to the store, got it. Still on the Black Friday sale. This was a couple of days later. So they still had the Black Friday prices on the item. So I called myself trying to be sneaky, right? And bring it into the house without him knowing. So when you walk in the house, the office is like right there to the left. So I'm thinking he in the living room. You know, he probably gonna be asleep.
I'm in the office, innocent doing work.
He in the room, right? So my behind east, the office door open.
I just see something slide in the door, and I'm like, what?
Look, y'all, mind you, I'm sliding this in the office, right? The whole time, I'm looking down the hallway to see if he watching me. And mind you, his behind is behind the door. I'm sitting here like, as far he's sitting at the desk, but the door was blocking, so I didn't see him, and he was quiet. So I was.
that was my look on the face, y'all. I was like,
oh god. So I thought I got it right. But that was an example of pacing myself, but that was funny that it happened. But he saw his gift already. But that's what we're saying. Pace yourself. And make sure you set a limit. That if you do that, it's gonna be all right.
Yeah. If you do that, you'll be all right.
You'll still
unless you really have to discipline yourself, and you like my wife over here, always on Amazon. Check the cart. Check the cart.
Stay on my cart. Third of all,
lines of stuff.
That's exactly right. You got your own Amazon account, so leave it alone. And fourth of all, whatever number I'm on. I got a lot of stuff in the saved for later. It's not necessarily in the cart. It's in the saved for later category. It's about 130 some items, but still, that ain't the point. That ain't what's in the cart, though.
Bruh, I only have maybe 5 save for late items. She said 100. I promise you, half of them items ain't even available to be sold on Amazon no more. And she over there saving them. I remember this.
But it's saying it'll be in stock soon. That don't mean I'm gonna still go back and get it, but it's there. So if I ever remember that I have it in there, I can go back and see if it's there. I ain't gotta search it though. So
honestly,
and half of that stuff, it ain't all just stuff for me. It's stuff for him and the boys and the kids. See, he don't even know what's all up in there. But trying to get me to tell it.
But so, honestly, that is a good idea though, because I do that too when I can't afford something. As a matter of fact, I got a couple of items right now saved. But if you can't afford it, because Amazon is good, and this is also another nugget. Amazon is good with giving discounts or cutting the sale or the original price.
And Amazon now got the multiple payment options.
Yeah, so
they on most of the items, if not everything. I want to say it's on everything, but they have it too that you can split it up and pay it. And matter of fact, and best thing about it, they ain't even finna charge you no interest.
See,
they ain't charging you no interest. You just got your split up in 4 payments or whatever the payment options are until it's paid off, and they not gonna charge you nothing extra.
You good?
See,
dropping nuggets.
Take notes.
That's and it's good because even if you can't afford it, if you're not ready, put it in a save away. Let it sit there, but don't give up on it. I'm gonna tell y'all, this podcast equipment, this laptop, all this stuff. Me and my wife, this was a blessing over time.
Yes.
And I had the light that I'm using right now. Man, I had that in the cart forever. These mics I had in the cart. I got a sound.
Now one of these mics was I got for his birthday.
But it was in your cart though. Wasn't it? It was in your cart.
Yeah, it was in my cart.
Yeah,
because I was being nosy because I think he had showed it to me or something.
Yeah,
and then I went back and found it, and it sat in my cart until I found the right time to get it.
It was in. See, I showed it. So that mean it was in my cart.
But I be watching.
But all this stuff you can get it over time. That's why we're saying get it over time. Don't. One thing I don't like about what the world do, they act like you have to buy. They act like you have to have a present-filled Christmas. You have to have 1,000 gifts and spend over $5,000. Man, no, you don't. You can spend $1,000 to have one of the greatest Christmases ever. You know, you have to. It's all about being wise this season, and I want to leave y'all with this because I didn't want to go too long. But be wise for the season. Spend time with your family. Be wise for the season. Don't let these. Oh, I'm gonna say this too. Scam artists, all them idiots, do not pick up the phone. People
they
are
at
scamming
an all-time
bad,
high.
bro. Do not.
Oh.
Seriously.
The number one going on right now is that they will call and tell you it's the automated system that someone is trying to use your Amazon Prime to purchase this item, that item, and then they're gonna give you a dollar amount and say that you need to press 1 or whatever to speak to somebody. Man, y'all don't do that.
Don't do that, man.
All they trying to do is get your information. They can get your card information, your birthday, whatever they can get. They trying to get all of that from you so that they can purchase those items, so that they can, use your card or information for stuff. So that's the biggest one that's going on right now. They so special that, and y'all, this is their other trick too, is that the number that they call from, it's going to be an actual number.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the number from that company, but they have been pulling some kind of way that they can use a dummy number that shows the actual real person's, that's a real person's name and number or real company or whatever, but they're disguising their call using it to run these scams. So just catch it anytime anybody asks you for anything personal, any personal information over the phone. Don't give it to them.
They tried to do me like that for my Chase account. These clowns sent me a text saying that they're from Chase, had everything set up, and it will go to a Google page for you to put your information in there. Don't do it.
Yeah, it's just
it'll look
ways.
just
Be
like
wise.
it.
Be wise.
Don't do
be
it.
Wise.
Don't do it,
know
y'all.
how your stuff is set up. Keep watch on your stuff. Monitor
watch.
your information. Monitor your ID. Your identity. Just your bank accounts. Keep watch of everything because people are scammers. People are schemers.
Bad. They're desperate.
They're desperate. They're mooching. They're doing stuff. I mean, these calls can come from people from another country. You just never know where these calls are coming from. So just be wise. Be wise. Be wise. They tried it with Cash App, sending you links and stuff.
Watch
they use
Cash App.
The actual message that Cash App sends out.
Yeah.
They used the actual message. They just copied it and pasted it. But y'all gotta be wise, please be wise, because it's too easy. Even when they hit you up in your DMs through messengers and all that stuff, please be wise. Man. Y'all know that if you don't know this person, back off of it.
Yes.
If you know the person, you got to be watchful and mindful of how they send them out because it's a pattern.
Yes.
And they do stuff the same way. It's the same schemes and stuff and whatever. Y'all just got to be wise. Just please protect and be wise. Then you won't have to deal with all that. Because too many people daily get taken easily.
Telling y'all, man.
And they prey on certain
Telling
people.
Y'all.
So, especially the elderly, y'all, please be wise.
Please. Don't. And I mean, these people are slick. They're slick.
Fact check them. Have them give you information.
Yes.
Don't get them none. Have them give you information. You ask questions. Don't give them the answers. You ask questions. You start fact checking them, or you start saying certain things. They gonna start shaking up, or they just gonna hang up the phone. Mm-hmm. So block it and all that stuff.
Don't give them your name.
Don't entertain it.
Don't give them your address.
No birthdays.
Don't give them any
nothing.
of that. Any of that.
Nothing.
Just fact check them. Period. And it'll end that conversation real quick because they don't want to get caught.
Exactly.
So, but I just want to give y'all that, and everything. And I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season. Be wise. Don't forget to give God what's His, and then spend wisely. Give gifts. Be a blessing to somebody, and I'm telling you, the blessing will come back unto you. Trust and believe. But
now, if you're looking for any, inexpensive gifts, for the whole family, just reach out to me, the Final Touch Jewels. We have gifts for the queens, the kings, the prince, and the princesses in your life. And they're all beautiful, inexpensive.
They are. They really are. Y'all need to.
Bam.
Yep.
No, they have casual stuff. I have casual stuff, excuse me. Dressy stuff. So, got stuff for the fellas. Even when
Check this out.
Like this one, like that, right there. They got the scripture on the right there. Bam! But even these, all three of those. So I'm just saying. No, seriously, there's ways and there's inexpensive gifts out there. Because the main thing is that it comes from your heart.
Mm-hmm.
It's what comes from your heart, not from your pockets.
That's right. It's what's come from your heart and not your pockets. I want y'all to remember that. Take that with you. Comes from your heart and not from your pockets. So, Mr. Scrooge, I'm talking to you. Whoever Scrooge is this season. So, but you guys have a wonderful Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody and Happy Hanukkah and all that other stuff and
Happy Kwanzaa
and all that Kwanzaa, is it Kwanzaa? Yeah, Kwanzaa and everything and I'll probably be doing another episode. I'm gonna try and see if I can do something different. See if I can do a live one and have people to tune in
fancy.
To have a Christmas conversation. Actually, we might go over some Christmas dinners. See what y'all eat for Christmas or whatever on the next podcast.
Just be ready to chop it up.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. No, seriously.
Get your fingers.
We're gonna try to do it. We're gonna try to do it live. Okay, we're gonna try to do it live. So I might have a different setup. It might not be like this. I might have to. I don't know. My wife got a better setup than me for live, but I might have to see if I can use my phone to go live. It might be on Instagram, but I want to go live from YouTube, and I'm gonna see if I can give some gifts out to people to see what we can do to make it fun, to make it enjoyable, and make the season last. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
So have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Have a very Merry Christmas filled with lots of good cheer.
Yeah. I mean, okay. No, yeah,
oh, I'm sorry.
But listen, y'all. Until we meet again, stay blessed, stay encouraged, don't overspend. Peace.